Hey, what's up? Hey, Clean Letters, how you doing? Hey, Thorpes, how you doing? Hey, Shun Legend, how you doing, man? I've been waiting for this stream for ages. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint, sir. How's things going? What's the song playing? Not sure. Called Empty Waves EP. Not bad, Chris. Welcome back, sir. How are you? I'm hoping today goes a little bit smoother. Last time was there. Oh, we had some issues. Wasn't all my fault though, for once. What up, Carlson? How you doing, man? I'm playing around with the cameras, so we've got the overhead one now, DSR, and I've also changed the scale one to a DSLR as well. So it should be a bit sharper. How much lighter will the end product be, and will it be worth it? The 502 Lightspeed was worth it, I'd say. This one weighs something like 95 grams, so we'll see. We're keeping it looking stock. You're probably going to get 15 grams off it, so maybe down to 80. Same as a G Pro Wireless. Glad to hear you good, Chris. Will you ever be doing a Kane 202 weight reduction and battery mod? One day, yeah. I've got the Kane 200, might be the 202 wireless one that Dr. Disrespect uses, so I just need to do a mod on it. The plan. Would be hopeful. Let me just get a few bits. 1 second. I'll be back in a sec, and then we're ready to rock. Let a few other people join, and then we'll go. Chris, my bad. Hope you didn't blow your eardrums out. I think ready to rock and roll. .703 Lightspeed. Got a few launch gunners. I've got the Cane, not the Cane, the Rocat KPU this week, tomorrow. And I'm going to do the MX, or the M1K. Should be interesting. And I'm going to do a Model O wireless 305 mod as well soon, coming next week. Hey Thomas, how you doing, sir? More manuals. 10 gram weight, don't need that. Yeah, not bad mate, a little bit hot, but all good. At least put 703 on it. Focus me. Where's the G Pro? They don't. Wish they make a better cable that comes with its stock for your charging, like a bit power cord or something would be cool. Been thinking about trying to make one. Hey Suum, how you doing, man? Oops, Siri kicking off. What? Yeah, not bad, Thomas. A bit warm, a bit hot in the UK at the moment. It's okay. I always like how the Logitech integrate the rubber into these, so you can't actually tell it's really rubber. You can feel it, well, you can see it. Right, that's what it weighs. I reckon 95 stock, so. A little bit heavier, 97, 98. Put the button off. 92. Always surprised me how like heavy the button is. Remind me to put my camera back if I forget. Which I will do. Use this nylon tool to take skates off. Don't know if you've seen these, but a bit cool. Have a nice flat end. Used for electronics. Good for taking skates off. Air dryer. These are pretty easy skates to take off from the old 703. You get 2 screws at the bottom, 2 screws in the front. If you're going to open it, take the front skate off. So just going to weigh every bit as always. It's ready. Weigh all the bits out, then do the weight reduction, power the battery mod, and see what it comes out at. We're going to keep it looking fairly stock today. It's going to look stealth, this one. What I need, one sec. Need to get my little tray, I forgot. Doing great for a Tuesday. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? Oh, can't remember. Let's check it works. What are your estimations for weight then? It's 92 and a bit grams, isn't it? For the weight, or 97 if you had the plug or puck. What do you recommend weight we're going to get out of it? Two screws on the bottom, under the bottom skate as well. Like the Viper's got the skates on the actual label. Have you seen that? To one part the other day. It's alright, until you've got to take the label off. But I do prefer it maybe to having to move your skates. Just sit in the right place, man. Be careful when doing the sensor, or the circle around the sensor. Don't give it too much heat. I always wondered why the 703 is cheaper than the G Pro. I guess because the 403 is the similar shape, but I did always wonder because like the G Pro is quite a bit more expensive, yet they're both using the same tech, maybe slightly different sensor. Recently got my 703, got the magnets and Lightspeed cable out. Nice lightsaber installed some core pad skates. Nice. Took out the Viper Mini. Like the Viper Mini standing down the sensor circle. Okay. Is that so because it's rubbing, or was it Sun Legend? Is that why? Using the same screws as the 403, slightly thicker. One second. Oh. How you finding the Viper Mini? Do you like it? Have you done any shell modding on the 703 to save weight? I played around with one of them before. Got a little bit of an idea. Much worse and harder or hybrid pads. What the sensor circle is it scraping? Finishing my review on it. I never understood why they didn't put ring skate on it. PTF one. But they did do that. Because like you say, you can't really... It's not like you can take it off. It's like taking off to sand it, so... It's unusual from Razer. Be in love with the Viper Mini. Good, I'm not keen on the sensor. It seems to be doing well in like latency tests and stuff, so as long as you can live with the high LOD, then you're right. I can't. I lift too much, but some people might. Pick it front. Oh, you don't need scales to it. Same sky. It's always good to see. These never come apart easily. Sure. Hook at the front. 5 to 8 grams, fair enough. I mean, the puck's weighs 4 grams, it's saying, yes. Yeah, surface calibrations are okay. It's okay if you've got if you don't mind moving it around the synapses stuff. It's still pretty high though compared to the normal Viper. And the Viper's like below 1 DVD. Most of them are the high-end stuff, but that's pretty high. Still like 2.5 or something. Yeah. You have to rip out this little cable inside it. Got to lift that up. Take off the ribbon. How much going to take out? No idea. Probably 15 grams, something like that, with the puck and things. Each one's different, so it's hard to say. Right, that'll be coming off straight away. We're going to drill the shell, but not the top. Top staying stock, so this one will look fairly stock compared to others. You normally get about 7 grams off the rubber. You take out the rubber and stuff. It's like weird how different manufacturers using different types of scroll wheels as well, like the style they're doing. There's definitely quite a lot of weight in the old 703 out. 2 screws look like they're holding in this plastic cup. Slightly smaller screw here. What do you reckon weight we'll get out of it? How can we get this down to about 80 grams? No weight. Usually just internal shell and stuff and the base. If you go drill the base, you probably get the most out of it. If you don't drill the base, you just take out internals. There isn't much to take usually. Like this would be good. We don't need that battery holder. We can just put it onto the PCB. Same battery as the G Pro. I want to see for changing it. You got it low enough that if you put the surface calibration to 1 mil, so it stops tracking. Fair enough. Fair enough. On the Mini, that's 2.8 grams. If we took that the puck out, we're already at 5.7. These usually weigh about 4.8, I think the last one. It depends then. Yep, 5.3, so a bit more. Yeah, Rival Foods got the same problem, you're right. Battery in the cane is 20 grams. Damn, alright. We'll definitely get some weight out of the cane. Doing a Rocat and KPU. So that's tomorrow night. Be interesting to see. Bob, do you sell these mods? I do indeed. If you want the 703, I need to put one on, but go to my shop. or my website. You can see what I do there. If there's something you want doing, just let me know. For the old power play magnet. Both those magnets are going to be 3 grams together. Wow, even more, 4.8. Screw off it. Your cable. I bet you've saved 10 grams with the battery mod. Took the battery compartment off and the magnets. Okay, a bit less. 7.5. And that's showing different weight now. You lied to me, Scales. It wasn't right. Shop not open. Shop shut. We'll be able to see the Zawi S2 mod. I already done one of them with the resin shell. I still can't get a 3D printed nylon shell. They're just not shipping them. Hey, Best Scene, how you doing? So I might have to just go straight to a Zawi S2 mod manually, unless I can print a 3D shell. If there's one on Thingiverse, maybe I can. I scored a Basilisk Ultimate last month, 45. That's cheap, man. There was an Ouroboros gutted. Good score. You gonna do a battery mod? Yep, we are indeed. There's weight reduction and battery mod today, but it's gonna be a stealth weight reduction on this one. But it'll just look stock apart from the base generally. There's 1, 2 plus scroll wheels mounted on its like top here, like weird addition. I always hate how they use the keeper ribbon cable. Well, they feel cheaper anyway. 4 on the scroll wheel, 1 each side of each of the scrolls. I'm just using a Khalith 9 scroll wheel if you want to change it. See that? Well, the next mods I need to do is start trying to change some of the scroll wheel encoders. You want to have a longer battery life, fair enough. I don't find my G Pro too bad, but I can see why people won't do it. It's that trade-off, innit? You want a bit of weight reduction, or do you want a bit of a longer battery life? Like the G Pro for me lasted like a month. So 703 Mini would be cool. Yep. Would. And they could certainly chop off a bit of the rear. They could curve it. This PCB could do the bit. It'd be re-customized as well. Plenty of wasted space on it. Yep. So they could definitely get a Mini out of it. A lot of people have been changing the stock encoders at the minute. Draw wheel if you need one. I won't take the rub off this one. I did that in the 403 last week. Was it 402? 402 last week. I just wrecked it. Yeah. Meow meow. Teams to wear out all the bits. No, that your keep. Wasn't mad. As long as it lasts one full game session, I don't see any issue with development. So we used to do, I'm used to charging mine every night anyway, weren't you? That's why that's probably why I didn't have a wireless mouse, but 4 screws here underneath the scroll wheel. Gotta get used to the habit. The Mamba's good with the base, that was always good. Focus. Come. Focus. There you go. It's like wireless headphones, right? Just to wind me up, a little smaller screen. To wind me up, because every time I come to game on it, like my Astro A50s, they just be flat. Or I'd play with them for a session and they go flat halfway through, even after like 8 or 9 hour sessions. So stop using them. $200 milliamp. I mean, the Logitech stock's only 240 milliamp, right? The 100 milliamp ones, which this one's going to have, you probably get a decent battery life out of it. Hey Ninja, how's it going, man? Hey Radioactive, glad you're liking it, man. What are you playing tonight on it? Do you reckon? Probably Gram at least. Gram at least. PCB, don't. I don't like the bridges they put on the top of these, really. Prefer them not to. For it just to be straight onto the PCB. Guess it's to get the height maybe on the shell. Don't know. Play with a BF5 net. Maybe it's come better, mate. Oh, there's one left. One screw here. Any tools you'd recommend? E-file, Dremel, magnetic plate, that was good. This is chatting to the cat.
Sorry.
Hey? It's to me, not you. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the RGB mice definitely right there, Shun. I agree. They definitely chew through the batteries. RGB is cool for like your bass and stuff, isn't it? So you're not going to get much of that. You could remove the DPI button. You have to desolder it or break it off here. You get the encoder as well. There's a 9-inch encoder, you can see a bit better now. Broke. And it's let me down. Oh yeah, the standard 2 million on ROMs. Big kitty cat. Don't come and trample everything. Cat reveal. Innit? He sat literally in front of me. Like, yeah. Kill my face, man. Basilisk has a 700 milliamp battery. Holy moly. Only 35-hour battery. That must be chomping through it. Right, cat, you have to move. I didn't weigh the PCB. Apologies. I need to measure it as well. That's what the base weighs. Get a caliper to measure the PCB, one sec. Right, caliper. Kind of look beyond my cat. Bear with me. 20 different LEDs. Not power friendly. Sure isn't with that many, mate. You know. Not surprised, man. .6. Yep, so 76 millimeters in length. 7. A lot of people like to change the PCBs. G305's got one of the best PCBs by the looks of it to mod, adding to the mice. Nice and thin, this one. Might trim some of the PCB off this. There you go, Ninja, yeah, exactly. You're right. Good man, think alike. You can definitely trim some of the PCB. Like down this side, definitely. Risky though. Like we can trim all this off. I think we can, maybe not. Maybe not. Definitely something going through it. It's difficult to tell what you can and can't trim. Yeah, there's a line going through that, so I probably wouldn't trim it. Or we could trim off some of the edging. Very careful though. Might give it a go. Don't do it. For what it's worth, it probably isn't worth it. Like 0.8 of a gram, 0.8 of a mil thick. You might get half a gram off it if you're lucky. And my cat sat on the scales weighing his tail. Your tail weigh, mate. Alright, nice. Let's put it sideways. So it's level. True Logitech style. Good old thick inside. Plenty of screws. You wouldn't cut it. Chicken Ninja. Yeah, they definitely could have done some more optimization on the PCB, mate. But I think, yeah, at the point, smaller screw in. At the point, Logitech probably weren't too fussed. Like they weren't, when they built this, they weren't thinking about lightweight. They made it sturdy, which is why they had these skeletons, I'm pretty sure. Just gonna split like a Zowie though. Yeah, the risk is the bits inside, like I say, it's difficult to see what you can take. It's a very risky operation. You don't. I've done it on the Viper. Definitely roll the dice though. This is a different screw. Bit of a smaller one to the other one. You have to move the tail, mate. Excuse me. Doesn't even register. We tell that. Yeah, that's brave. Sometimes you can see there's not complicated the PCB on the Viper. Like the top part, I haven't done the base. No, they're fairly well optimized. The M1K we're going to do next week's optimized. Like, I get much out of that. Traditional side buttons, you've got the little plate as well to hold them in place. Gone there. Kitty cat's left. He's upset 'cause I'm not stroking him. One here. Yeah, the hat's got a small PCB, you're right. It's PCB in the base where most of the weight is. This shell's going to be heavy. A Logitech could definitely use like lighter cabling. They use quite heavy cabling. What's unusual about the 703 is normally this kind of split shell, which it has got, this will come off, I think. Normally the buttons are attached to it, part of the shell, whereas this one's got independent buttons as well. So it's got independent buttons, a rear plate, and it's got side parts, so it's quite complicated. Random bits of tape. Weigh nothing, but you weigh every bit, right? It doesn't register. I'm about to be past it. This is part of it in the back. Things off. A few by now, I just can't remember. Pointing off the sides. Is this live? Surely is. Flayer, how you doing, man? Live today. There's a really hidden screw. Oh, there's one down the side. You can see that. Down here. Et voila. That's what it was. And 2703 is nice. Even modding on, dude. There's one in there actually as well. With the one. And then that the 502 symbol as well. There you go. That's the one, yeah. There we go. Voila. And the 403, as you'd expect. I can't remember if it's the same as a 403. I did that last week, but I can't remember. It was a week before. You're just like chilling in the background, are you radioactive? You're in the chilled vibe. We'll take that out later. The good old fusel, but we'll leave it in for now. Fuser. Yeah, it's the same as the 403, isn't it? We did what? When did we going to do the 403? Was it last week? 4 on the back. Weighed these already. What do you think of the Viper Mini? Just reviewing it now, so find out in the next few days, mate. Well, it's decent, I just don't like the sense. It's mental weather outside. I'm chilled out. That's right, Adam. A bit of thunder and lightning today, mate. Oh, pal. No. Got the windows open today, so well, kind of open. Not too bad. Thomas Morrison, hey Bob. Yeah, I'm from Manchester, mate. That's right, in the UK. You have a G502 SE. There's a rip cable out of it. Has no rubbers on it. You want it repaired, Thomas, or do you just want to send it to me to pull apart and mess around with? And these have little hooks on the back. As you unhook these, the buttons will just ping off nicely. You ever need to change your button? A few people have snapped these ones for sure. Voila. Sure, be looking for that. It's coming out, man. I've just done all the stats for now. I've got to edit it now. Did all the last latency tests today on it. Took me about 3 weeks with work and stuff. Yes. So it's coming, man. The 33.59 cents a Ninja custom one. Should have had a 33.89 in it, like the normal Viper custom, but they didn't. Shoots out the sensor, so I'd have the MM710 over it. Sorry. If you had a 3360, that'd have been good. I'm definitely a fan of the 3360. That and the Hero. The Hero from, is it the Hero G Pro 1? 3389 and the 3360 all very similar. All good sensors. The only problem with 3389 is the lift off distance. There's a few workarounds which I've done a video on, but still annoys me. Still not low enough either. Still 2.4 mil or whatever. 2dp. How much do you get these weight mods down to? This one probably 15 grams off it, so probably 80 grams, about 95 stock. I think it was 92 point something stock without the puck and 97 with the puck in. Wow. You're rocking the model over now. Nice, good mouse, man. You can have it. Cheers, Thomas. Check out my videos. There's a POBox you can send it to. It's like Beardedbob POBox 331. Then SK89FU. Gonna send it. I'll have a play. A little additional hook for your button here. Same screw. Yeah, they're all fine. Ninja on the same, mate. They're all the fine sensors. Haven't we got an issue? I tend to perform better with the 3360. I did some testing. Did a load of training using Kovac and logging all the scores. And even with the same DPI, I performed better with a 33. So 3360 could have been the shape, I guess, but seem to perform better with it. There wasn't much in it. I definitely better with the 3360, more consistent. But it could be the shape of the mouse, right? I don't remember what mice it was a while ago. This is constructed exactly the same as the 403, if I remember rightly. I'll have to compare my videos, but they look at using the quality on runs that always fail. 50 mil. Even this wiring looks the same. They could swap the shells. You ever break one? You get a 403 shell. If you got 703 and you break it, cheaper 403, you swap the shell. Second hand. And mixed up screws. Oh, screws this one. How many screws do you reckon it's got? I'll have to count them out. I think the 502 Lightspeed is still the most with 49 screws. The light is changing. Don't know why Logitech haven't changed, and maybe the. Look, it'd be interesting to see the stats from Razer, from Logitech, to see how many of the 50mm ones have died on them and been returned. A few people I've been chatting to have had like 3 or 4 G Pros die on them. If that was me, I'd be upset, man. Because you can't repair it yourself. Some at the back here, PCB. A lot of money. You know? you're interested and you do have one, I can repair it for you. I'll repair any mouse switches at the minute, apart from the Viper, where he's using different ones, even in the Mini. Optomechanical, which you can't get the switch, as far as I know. You know, you can get replacements. Anyone seen any replacement switches for the Viper optomechanical ones? I've not. I always think there's a skeleton in here, but there isn't. Tricks me. No switch changes today on this one. It is made like a tank, definitely. I which one I modded the other day that compared to the 502. EC1 I think it was. Absolutely rock hard the shell on that. Think off this ribbon. It's 2 point something mil thick, the EC1 shell. Just about to drop the video on that as well. Finish it. On the stream that I did a while ago when we modded one. Oh yeah, that's weird. Like clip. Oops. This one has a weird clip here, so you can dangle out all your wires. There's one full-size switch hidden under here. You see it? Like so. And you can get to your switch and your DPI button. So we're just going to wait all out, disassemble it, wait out, and then we'll mod it. So what I found recently, I bought a load of scroll wheel switches. See if we can find some lighter ones for pressing, because sometimes few mice have quite a stiff button. They're like square switches. Try a few of those mods as well, so we can lighten the press of some scroll wheels. The screw. One screw here as well, takes off the DPI button. Definitely got a few screws. This one's going to look stock, but we're going to mod it for a bit of weight. So I reckon about 85, 80 to 85, hopefully 80s. Give it the weight of a G Pro. G Pro button ergo. More screws. 2 more holding on this Khalith black. Wire and harness out. A bit more tricky than most, this one. Always quite a bit. I'll put the switches as well. You see the side buttons are using the 20 million on-run white dots. And then the fronts, as we know, are using the 50 million blue dot on-runs. And then you've got Leaf as the DPI. I got the cleaves. Cleave. That's the on-run. Hard to tell, my mic's muted. The Leaf, and then a 50 million. At least a bit quiet, I think. a wiring harness. This leaves us with the shell. We've got the side button still in it. Doesn't surprise me, Ninja. They do anyway, mate. There is sort of differences. What I mean, they do. I mean, if you don't have them all lined up in front of you and you're playing with them, they feel very, very similar. Definitely some actuation different, right? In terms of force press, like Khalith Reds versus TTC Golds, or Omron 50mm versus TTC Golds. Definitely a different feel. But you'd have to have them next to each other really to tell, or you'd have to have played with them a lot and be very susceptible to them. Does the 703 have the same choice of switches? Probably. I haven't opened it, but I'd expect so. Pretty sure the 403 did. There's like little hat liches that you lift up and then just drop out. Check stuff out here. They made some beast side switches. These don't snap. See, things like the final mouse, they've trimmed out a lot of the thickness they used to make them thinner, and then they broke. DC goals feel chunkier, exactly. See, I know 1.6. I'm gonna say 16 grams per switches. Yeah. My G Pro's got TTC gold. We shouldn't have mashed the mice then. Broken my stream though. So here's the shell finished now. It's exactly the same as the 403. Can't remember what weight got the 403 down to. I haven't released the video yet, so. Definitely get some weight on this. Probably chew out most of this rear. That's what it weighs. This thing's still heavy. This has got at least, it's got to be 25 grams. Good guess. Oh, I remembered it from the 403. Right, take a big go. Do we weigh this? Guess we should do in true form. I don't know why they don't make a better cable. It's like tie it together. Won't set the scales. $40 nice. Not 8K because it doesn't make much difference. It only makes a difference when you are potentially having to game with it because the battery's flat. And that's what I think. That's why I think they should make a better cable. So 703's got a braided. The G Pro's got a rubber one. Everything in the new mouse. It's a heavy cable. There it is, the old no, it's the cable one. Take a picky. 703 cable on your G Pro. Yeah, you can do that. I've used a few of them as well, mate. One sec. Oh, I'm gonna need to put the screws on. But I always forget. Then I can write all the weights. Let's count the screws then. 1, 3, 4, 5. Is that when you're playing with it you don't like the rubber? I've got a different one now, I'll show you in a bit. 7. Still braided though. Magnetic one, seen people using, looks good. Count these later. Forget. Well, line them up, take a picture, and I'll put it up to my website if you're not seeing that. Here it is, and then you can always go back and check the weight of each component if you want to mod it yourself. rather than trolling through his video. And do that as well if you want. Doesn't matter much because the battery still lasts. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't really matter. G Pro one is. You're using the stock one, aren't you? So lasts forever. Beast, the G Pro one. G Pro is just efficient. Got an efficient sense of the G Pro as well. More screws than I remember. Used to blue tap to hold them. These are so fiddly. Rows of 5. Those magnets, get them away because suck all the screws over. Quite powerful, the magnets and the power plane. Be surprised. And then once we've done this, we will mod it. At least we know how to take it apart now. No different to a 403. I think the PCB is even the same, just a different sensor. The PCB is laid out the same. Scroll wheel definitely the same, I think, pretty sure. I think they both weigh 95 grams, don't they? 403 95, or was it 100? I can't remember. 110, something like that. Might be the 402, I'm thinking of. Many screws as well. I'm watching them do, he's putting screws lined out. Chilled vibe tonight. I think it's 95. Okay, I think you're right. Interesting what Logitech took out to get the additional, because the 703 you'd think would be heavier. It's got the battery. Yeah, 402 is heavier. You have to recite these back to us on Friday, Ninja, when we were playing Rainbow Six, mate. Not really enough mice weights. Right, last 2. Holy moly. So, got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 30, 32, 33, 4, 5, 40, 42 screws. Damn. Not far. 502 still got the most with 49 though. Added weight in the front. Yeah. The modding can commit. Now we've weighed it out. Now we get to mod it. We did the battery first. I guess at the time, weight equal premium. Yeah. I mean, if you look on the forums and like, people are always complaining about how flexible some of the sides are in the lighter mice, and how they feel cheap. But wow, I knew it. When you're dropping a load of weight out, right, you are going to have to sacrifice some of the sides, like the thickness of the plastic in the sides and stuff. Alright. Hey Minion, how you doing, man? Welcome back, sir. Consider my old 703 if you want. You send me 703, mate. Always good for pulling apart. Doing some mess arounds on them for trying out different weight reductions and stuff. Put these screws back in the right parts and then we'll go. Two screws. I wonder if Logitech, if they release the new mice now, we're going to start doing some weight reductions because they've got plenty of potential with all these screws. There's one mouse that's the most complicated, it's definitely Logitech. So anything we're going to take out, we'll leave on the left. And then the rest will kind of just see how we get on. But all the left stuff's coming out. Like this battery holder, I'm going to take that out for the 703. We don't need that. We should get 15 grams out of this. Might do the power switch in this one. Or do a trim it. I might trim it actually. I didn't weigh the power switch, did I? Dope. Nobody told me, man. Hey, Kit Kat. You're back. Really? Thanks. Huh. Maybe they added stuff to make it extra heavy. They might do. They might start to see the market. It's always, I think, Logitech try and hit like the general audience who probably aren't too bothered about the weight. Like it's only very small niche that are interested in lightweight mice. Esports might make it slightly more attractive, maybe. All the children, all the kids, all the kids like getting into like Fortnite and stuff. So. There'll be another trend soon. Right, mate. Trying to do this. Yeah, it's good foundation, the G Pro, mate. Definitely. Good mouse. But I still use it. Oh, show. Right. Move. No. I want some love. Right, I'm busy. Busy move. You could take the rubber off the sides of this 703. Mum's not busy. Mummy needs to look after child. Putting hair all over this. You might save a few grams if you take some of the rubber off, but I personally leave it on. I won't take the rubber off. Cat, what you doing, man? That's no. You should have shut the door. Keep you all out, including you. Yeah, go somewhere else now. Doesn't like you. I'm better at stroking him. I'm better at stroking, that's why he comes to me. Your mum. Right, so let's do the. Ain't it? No, it's the cat way. Should have weighed the cat. Let's do the soldering on the battery, change it over, and then we'll weight reduce it. So let me get my soldering on 1 sec. Okay. Right. So we're going to swap it out for a 100 milliamp 3.5 volt. Did focus? You order. These are half the weight of the stock 240 milliamp. It's the stock one. Obviously, going to lose some charge. Bear that in mind. I have a mate that's designed a custom desk pad. I'm looking to get one. I can't decide. Get a cheap one from AliExpress or pay 50. I've never designed or made one, dude. But the AliExpress ones, from what I've seen and used, I would probably pay a little bit extra and get something like a intermediate QCK or something like that. The textures are definitely different on the Ali ones. Unless you can find a really good AliExpress one, I would spend the money. Not saying spend $50, but I'd certainly spend a few more quid, you know what I mean? I like the custom Thor from X-Ray pad. Yep, it's good. I did a review on it. There's a review on my channel, mate. Good. Well, look on my YouTube channel, or I think it's on my website. My Thor review. Show you what I thought of it. I need to get some better wire clippers. Still skimping. Wire strippers. These little helicopter batteries. You didn't know what they were? You could trim a bit of the sliding off, but we won't do that. What a fire hazard. And then I just chop the original plug off. Leave a little bit in case you want to go back. By the way, -D incoming or leaving it. I'm going to do it if I can, mate. I've ordered one. So I want to do that. I need to do the Model A minus. I've not done that, right? And I've not done the Model D either. So there's quite a few Vipers about to come. But I do want to do it. I need to start. Maybe I'll just capture all the data for the ones I've got. And then if I get to review them, I will. But I'd like to review every mouse, right? I need to do first impressions, which is what I've done. And that's what I'm going to carry on doing now. So it'll come in, I'll do a first impression, and then I'll do my detailed review. They take me probably a week to do. What I've ordered on, I've ordered that. I ordered a Mirror S, is it? Mirror S, people told me to get. I've got the Ponies Ultra Custom in the cupboard, need to do that one. But Mini's coming out first. I said I'd do the Mini, so Mini's first. Just bought the just got hold of a Razer Copperhead from the old days, and I've also got a boom slang, is it, as well? Yeah, I got Teponage Man. I haven't even opened it yet. In the cupboard. Looks good though. Trim those, you can trim the white cable out as you saw, you don't need that. And then I just twist these together and give them a bit of solder. Happy days. I think it's only ergo. I don't think you can convert the shape. You can change the colours. I've got a few different skins for it, whatever you call them. But I've also got shark tuna, is it, whatever you call it, which looks identical. So I'm gonna compare them as well. But it is wireless, so. And then I want to do a wireless video, which is the best wireless. So many. Works killing me at the minute. Here's for the follow, Nox Cat. Here's man, appreciate it. Had the D but a squeaky wheel due to the mouse LED pressing. Oh man, good. Yeah, you can take out the LED though on it. It's on you have another little PCB that sits next to the scroll wheel. Here's Bev Reed for the follow, man. Thank you very much, man. I find it a bit big, the model though. Not used it properly, but a little bit big, bit like the skull. The roof skull, it's a little bit too big, but I like their model, the skull mini. I twist these cables together. Doesn't want to play. So I'm expecting to like the Model D minor. I prefer Ambi at the minute, but I reckon I'm probably going to like it. You thought the skull was too small? The big one? Yeah, man. You got bigger hands than me, don't you? Get some solder. Right, get some solder. I think every mouse is too small. I agree. It's too big. There's a few good mice coming out. I need a bit of a break so I can catch up. I also want to do the Basilisk, but I've not done that yet. And compare it to the 502. It does look so similar. You'd almost think they built it together. I'll just touch a bit of solder on each one of these, like on the joint. What could show you, but new. Sometimes these all solder really easily, and sometimes they will be a pain. Model D is your main right now. Scroll not the best. There's always a compromise still with mice, isn't there? That's why I like modding them, because then you can hit the shape and then you can change the scroll wheel if you didn't like that, or you can change the switches. The shape's a difficult bit. Bit of weight reduction if you want. Camera is brilliant. I get him to join a bit of thunder. And then I can solder them properly. Playing it. A little more DNS for a laugh. Gonna play it between your fingers like fingertip grip. Oh, come on. Well, I like twisting them together at the start. Hey Dave, how you doing, man? Welcome back, sir. What's the weight of the Model D? Isn't it 67 grams? Something like that. 68. Ooh. There's Nova. Ah, balance. Here you go. There you go, honey.
Thanks, babe.
You're the best.
No, you are.
I don't believe that. That's pretty light. Yep, certainly is. You can get it light. I've done a mod on the Model D, I think. I did a lightweight reduction mod. I can't remember how light I got it, but I did on it. Could you mod the MX3? A lot of people asking for it, so maybe, Dave, maybe. Right. Bit of insulation tape. But yeah, I think for my perfect weight, my perfect weight is about 60 grams, 60 to 70 grams. I'm happy with 50s. I got the Viper that I did. That was light, like 52, but it was like 46 as well. Still with all the buttons just been stripped back, and it was good. I did like it, but it was a bit twitchy for me, so might take a bit of time to get used to it. MX3 would be a sick live stream. All right, Dave, I will add it to the list. Like modding the heaviest mouse. I should do an M65 from Corsair. I've got the Elite. I think at the minute I've got a few mice that I want to mod, but I don't want to destroy them until I've reviewed them. Destroyed them. Enhanced them, you know what I mean? You tell me the 502 is not the heaviest mouse, Dave. The tank. You have a bit of thunder in the background. Weather's kicking off. Use a scroll for 3 days and over and then broke it. Ow. I bet going back to that weight was hard, mate. Surprising, isn't it? I always say about 10 grams seems to be where you kind of notice the difference. I was talking, man. What's up now, mate? Ow. Did you make one for the Razer Viper Mini yet? No, I'm just about to finish a review Matthew this week. I've done all the work for it. I'm just prepping it all and editing it now. Took me about 3 weeks to do that, maybe a bit longer, so. Mrs. giving me a look. Been busy with work, Baba? Yeah. If my missus tells me to open do the Viper Mini. Busy with work. I wonder what it weighs with the extra bit on it. Right. Took off the little piece. 3.4 grams. .1 of a gram or something at the plug. Now we've done that, now we can start to weight reduce it. Oh yeah. That's not going nuts. Which means we're going to have to try and tidy up a little bit. Just going to make a total mess. Actually, I'll put it back together, but we'll leave the bits out and then we'll do a weight reduction. So we'll show the battery maybe, but we'll show it without destroying the mouse, or not destroying it, but making it so you don't damage the plate. That's what we can get it to, and then we'll reduce the shell, which we're going to do the base and all the other bits, and then we'll see what we get it to. So this one's just going to be putting it back together, leaving out some bits with the battery mod. Is there a way to flash or reset the mouse? Maybe, mate, with like an Arduino or something like that, you might be able to do it, but you're going to need the software to be able to reprogram it. And I guess any people who have that will be a PCB manufacturer for mice. I haven't looked to see if you can get it there. Do any people actually prefer a heavier mice? I think so, David. Some people do. Because the some of the smaller ones can be a little bit twitchy, the lighter ones, right? Right, let's put it back together. Those things just PCB. So I reckon it's probably weigh about 85 grams, I reckon, once we put this back together. 10 grams saving, won't be too bad. And then we'll trim the base. Tack the shell. Now we can cut this rear section off it. Like most of this off. I'm hoping for 80 grams once we do it properly. I fixed his sponsor. I don't. Need to speak to him. Need to speak to him, give him a chat, get him up. Give me some damn tools, man. This should be a fairly easy mod. You don't have to do the button if you You don't have to do the battery either. You could just take out what I've done on the shell. Like these components. Get some weight out of it fairly quick, like the magnets. If you don't do the battery mod and stuff, if it breaks, you should be able to still take it back, hopefully. You don't damage it. Obviously, I wouldn't encourage that. Rooney. I always put 2 screws back in the buttons at the front. The PCBs. Like if you strip most mice down, apart from Logitech, normally everything's on one PCB. Maybe a little bit of a riser on some of them, but we're definitely taking this out. We're going to have to take out most of this on the mod in a bit. When we return, forgot to put the side buttons back. And the 403 and the 703, maybe even the 603's got the biggest side buttons ever. You think? An absolute beast. Put this screw back in because it holds in the side button, and if you don't put it in, it will drop down eventually while you're playing and might not be able to click them properly. So I do actually CADs all these out. Damn it. Oh, come on. That was a mistake. This has to go in first. More flatted one. I'm going to leave some screws out as well. I need one. Just enough cable here to push it back in. But I'm take out the whole wire in the harness, which I thought I might have to do that. Put your ribbon cable back in. Is the easiest one. I think that's the right way. Been pre-bent a certain way, so just be careful to put it back. Make sure you get it the right way. It looks like it is. He commented on my latest video right now. Probably good comments, Dave, mate. You're commenting for the iFixit. Looks back. We'll put this back stock with the mods. I'll leave out some of the internal bits, but it'll look stock from the outside still. You'll be able to get some decent weight out of it and keep it looking good for your setups and things. Yeah. Did they come back, Dave? They say. My mum cats is now talking to pigeons. Pigeons. I think on these, you could probably get away with one in the 403 and the 703. Oops. One screw in the button because it's got a little hook at the back, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Like the G Pro and stuff like that. I put both back in if you're bothered. Put it at the top here. Not going to affect the press. Bit of weight, every little bit counts. That's the shell put back together. Oh, bar the back plate. We'll leave that. We won't screw that in yet. We'll use it so you can change it yourself. Got to interchange it. Test the weight. It's chatting away. Come to me, birds. I will eat you all. Cheers, David. Oh no, the cat's back. What, mate? I just put one screw in this PCB. I don't think you need many more. Got to put back this piece as well for the scroll wheel. I like going nuts. Got Bella there that choked out the window, then Santiago sat in front of me. I'm trying to mod. What do you think? I think that looks good, David, mate. What they come back with. Be funny. Now I just put two back screws in this. I'm posting it. But then not screwed in, but I've just put two in here to make sure that's secure. It doesn't need any more than that. A little bit wobbly, but it should be fine. Here's Matthias Wilson for the follow, man. Appreciate it, man. How complicated, but too complicated, mate. Got DSR both. Another DSR filming these scales, which you can now see my cat stay on. Nice. I'm sat at a different desk, so I've got a stream deck, flip the cameras and audio setup using a mixer and stuff like that. So pretty complicated. Should probably do a stream. Someone's asked me to do a setup video So I should probably do that really if you want me to. Did one a while ago, but it's 3 years old for all this stuff. What do you think of Logitech's 1950 TKL? I want to get one. Gonna order one. I've not tried it yet, but I've got 20 keyboards behind it to review. So, but I like it. Slimline, isn't it? Like the G915. Should be good. Not sure about the keys. Anything. Switches. Didn't let you post a video link. I might let you post a link, maybe. Should let you post on YouTube, David. Now, does it need to put the scroll wheel in first? Yes. And I can push it on the side. We're good. We're good. Do I play Apex Legends? No, I play Rainbow Six Siege, mate. I played a bit of Apex Legends, but first Siege at the minute. Set up tool, that's the one there, Matt. Sorry, man. Thank you. I did some streaming videos, but yeah, I'll do some more. It was good to see different setups. Got 2 desks for this one. I've got my normal gaming setup, and then this is another desk to the side. Now, I'll take this in at the minute, but we're not going to do that just yet. But normally you'd have this plate. If a few of you weren't here before, the battery was in the plate like that. But we're just going to leave it out, and we'll basically just tape it down. Because I see no point. Take some weight out of it. Definitely can do that. Do this after normal YouTube stuff. Use tape, definitely. Serbian, we will be doing. Thunderman. What do you mean, David? Do this after normal YouTube stuff? You mean like YouTube and like stuff in general, like this modding stuff? You mean? Or cable up later, but this gives an idea of the weight. Just get an idea of how much it weighs from once to do it. And I put 2 screws back in it. Yeah, YouTube isn't my full-time job. This is just a bit of a hobby. I got a full-time job. Oh, the first part of the link. Ah, okay. Right, we're going the back because we're going to make that interchangeable. So what's the bets? How much do you reckon it's going to weigh? I think it's going to be around 85. That's my guess with the back on. Probably 80 with it off. Ooh, okay. 83 without anything done to it. That's pretty good. 76 with the back off. Okay. Not bad. 85, yeah. Bit lower at the line than I thought. I thought 85 as well, don't you? Maybe I'll have to comment in sections or something. 83.5. So I wouldn't mind playing that without the rear on the back, right? It's a bit rattly because we haven't glued everything in, but like I don't palm too much, so, but if you palm a bit, you probably want the back on it, but not bad. Right, now take it apart and we can let's mod the shell properly. So we're definitely on for 80 grams. It's probably going to be slightly lighter than 80 grams once we're finished with it. Maybe 70s, mid 70s, mid to late 70s, with the rear shell that is as well. We need to plug that back in TBH. So all this stuff on the left is what's coming out. Didn't have the, I never put that back in actually. Like, what's the point in it? Stop the scroll wheel jumping out or something? I don't know why we'd have that. That was always like hung over and just rocks around everywhere, but I'd get rid of that. Don't need to use that. Right, let's take it back apart and then let's mod the base and the internal shell of that as well. What's the weight of the battery? Show you again. So original was about, it was 5.3, but it's a bit lighter now, obviously. We clip the edge off, and then the modded one is 3.4. Normally they're a little bit lighter, so it's a bit heavy that one today. Just depends. Look at the battery lottery. I've got to take that. I was hoping to get away without taking that out, but I forgot I screwed the bottom part below this into the base of the PCB, so you have to strip it down fully. Shame. You're liking the streaming setup now? Anything you change? Should I change anything? Gonna watch me stream on Friday night, stream Rainbow Six, but it's a bit more of a mess around with a few mates. You're welcome to join in if we're not got enough people. Yeah, cool. Are you liking it, Serbian? Loving the stram. Oh yeah. Oops. Got the Rocat KPU tomorrow. That's gonna be interesting. I've modded many Rocats, so a lot of Logitechs now. And then say the next week after that, I think we're doing the M1K, which is a carbon fiber one. That's going to be interesting because that weighs 24 grams, I think, stock. Someone on Reddit got down to 20, got down to 16, so that's good weight reduction. That it's going to be interesting to see what we can get it to. And then I'm going to be doing a Model O G3, Model O and G305 mod. Using the Adrenalize base plate. Looking forward to that one. That's coming probably next week, week after next. It's only a fingertip mouse, the M1K, David, but yeah, light man. It's got no scroll wheel and no side buttons, but designed for people that like fingertip. Kickstart that one. So they've sent me. It's gonna be interesting what we're gonna do with that. Different 3D printed base. I'm gonna start getting into more 3D printing bases. I just need a bit of time, so more of a hobby, but I do want to get into that stuff. And there's a lot of potential in modding the base. We've just got to strip out the rest of these bits on the shell, and then we can get drilling it. Then we get the fun bit. All these videos get loaded up to YouTube as well. I'm just behind at the minute, about to drop the EC1 that I did the other week. Well, the other week's probably a month ago now. And then, should be good, so you can always go back and watch them. Can you 3D print carbon fiber? Not that I know of, mate. They've started to do steel though, I've seen that. This one made an Iron Man suit. I think it was on Mythbusters, but I have seen some titanium printers. It would be awesome, wouldn't it, mate? I don't think you can print carbon fiber. Well, not at budget level anyway. Some Formula 1 companies might be printing that. I'd be surprised if they weren't. I know those metal printers are pretty expensive. I'm talking like a lot of money. Some serious dollar bills, you all. Yeah, too expensive, yeah. You have to keep layering carbon fiber, don't you? Right, the harness is free. I know we're not. Forgot. But we're going to be drilling the carbon fiber shell. It should be interesting. Should be pretty tough. Yeah, carbon fiber would be amazing, I agree. You could make one, I guess, but I think speaking to the guys making the carbon fibre shells, quite intensive work. So, right, if you had access to carbon fibre, and you could do the process. So. Right, let me get my drill. How much does this base weigh? Is it 25 grams? It was. By the base, the shell, top shell. 27. Now let's get some. Get my drill, and I'll get a piece of cardboard to wrap around my desk. It's gonna be a mess. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. High quality protective shield there. Don't spray plastic everywhere. Just basic support structures. If you 3D print an entire mouse, yeah, you could do, mate. You've got to scan it in though, but you certainly could. That is definitely possible, mate. Right, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And then it makes a mess. Well, chopping it up makes a mess. Yeah, you can print them. A few people have been printing 3D mice shells, mate. There's loads of them on Reddit and stuff like that. If you want one. 305 is quite. They always seem to be using 305 bases, so. Right, easiest one to take out this diffuser bit. Doesn't really seem to make much difference with it on or off anyway. Probably about 0.5 gram. These are non-fixable mods now. So this is one way. You basically one way. Once you took it off, you took it off. This one, the plan for this one is to make it look stock still. I'm going to make it look stock. Right. So remembering my 403, we're going to cut out all of this plastic here. But I'm pretty sure we can cut out. We're not going to cut the rear out on this, but we can cut out all this internal bit as long as we keep the screw mounting point through here. So all I've got to do now is think about which one I want to keep. So I'll probably only keep one. Cheers for the follow, Speaker VWP, man. Thanks a lot, man. So we're going to trim this one out because it looks easier to get out. So we'll just trim all the way along the back here. We're going to leave this part in. thread this part in so we can still mount it. Part mounts under it. We don't care about the top parts because that's where this. Well, we've got to be careful. This also needs to mount, so I'll probably just keep. See this middle one? It mounts into this hole here. So, show you. You can see it just inside. Very difficult to see. It's inside this hole there. So basically, we keep that. That'll keep the back on with only a single screw, so we can then remove some of the other parts. Yeah. Unplug the far one.
Yeah. Sorry.
You hold back the modding. Yep. Ran over Bella. See you later, Dave. No worries, mate. Just dropping by, dude. Catch you soon, man. Catch you later, man. Hey, hello. How you doing, Gayan? How you doing, man? Yeah, so we're going to keep that mounting point. Got to remember that. And we'll probably keep the mounting point down here, and then we're just going to take out all this weight. So we'll start with the base, and then we'll do these. This one we don't need. Let me just plug my drill in, and then we'll get going. Need a bigger desk so that I can. Oops. Bigger desk so I don't have to keep unplugging stuff. Need more power plug. Hey, saw me live on Twitter. How you doing, man? Yep, we're just modding this 703. You broke your arm. Damn, man, how'd you do that? Sounds painful, man. Hope you're good. So as always, I use a set of pliers here just to trim out them with the play button. And maybe a bit long here because it's just a bit quicker than drilling it. If you want to know what I'm using, it's all on the. You go to my shop, there's a category that says tools. Shows you everything that I'm using basically. Easier. Trim out all of these are 3D or creative 3D printing pliers. They're really good for chopping this stuff up. This base is tough, man. Obviously, this is one way now. This is it. You're not going to have to mod it back, but we'll get down to 83 grams without having to destroy it. Well, not destroy it, but chop it up, should we say. Okay, torn ligament. You pretty damaged your arm, Mob. Using your mouse. Is that what you're telling me there, Gabe? Ian? What are you telling me? Go ahead, man. It's been a hell of a flick. Hopefully it comes back, man. Covers soon. This is 11 grams this base, wasn't it? The plan to keep this looking stock, remember? As much weight out of it while keeping it looking stock. Well, unless you flip it over. I just chop it in little bits because you don't want to break the base. Gentle. No rush. All these will be going on YouTube edited, so you'll be able to that as well. Be able to go back to these if you want, if you're modding one later, and take a look and see what I did. Should be able to get its base down to about 6 grams, right? 5 out of it, about to half the weight nearly. Pretty good if we can. Okay, bit of RSI in it. Be careful, man. I got some in my arm. I have to lie my arms flat on a desk. I can't have them like hanging over a desk anymore. It damages my ligament in my arm, like my funny bone. It used to damage like my elbow around here. Then I have to have a desk from like here upwards. My arm's got to be on the desk. Playing around on too many small desks with my mates or sitting on the floor. So on the base here, we just got to be careful of the points for the PCB. Just mock them up basically. There's one here, which is that one, which we'll probably keep. I'll keep the front two. So I'll keep the front 2 ports and that one, and the rest can go then. Should be able to get a fair bit off this place. Did on the 403, so I don't see why not on this. RSI can be bad, yeah. That rabbit mouse, you've seen it in Quadriclicks, that's designed for RSI. So worth having a look if it's causing you a lot of problems. You finding normal mice are hurting you, take a look at it, man. It doesn't really heal, that's the problem with RSI. What I found. Mine's ripping out forever. Like numb fingers, basically. Before people even knew it existed, I had RSI. Limit. Trimming it out. Through the bottom of the pliers are coming through that. But yeah, you can't really heal it. You have to change your mouse or the position of your desk, maybe. Like, the way you've got it is always going to hurt now, unless you can change where you're sat. A bit like your back. Got to take care of your back as well. You can afford a decent chair, it's worth doing. Looking like support. Face have to be hit by plastic when you're doing this. Watch your eyes. But yeah, get into more 3D printing hopefully in the next few weeks. Look forward to do some custom bases. Modding, been quite a lot of weight with videos, so let's do some 3D printing now as well. Hey jewelry, does mouse feel cheaper like the quality? Not on Logitech's, mate. Logitech's got so much plastic in them, including Zowies have as well, that they don't generally feel cheaper, like they don't rattle. So I mean, like, is my G Pro modded? Yeah, this is probably a year old now. My prototype one I did. Like, doesn't even rattle. It's hard to get anything in it. There's about 3 screws holding it in. You know what I mean? Like, there's no flex. Not flex either. So not really. A cheaper mouse maybe might have a problem, but Logitech's are super strong. It depends how much, and it also depends how much plastic you're taking out. Like, I think I measured Zowie's side plastic, like the thickness of the side. This is pretty thick as well if you look. But the thickness on the side of the Zyro was like 2.4 mil thick or something ridiculous. Chair's fine, but your desk position. Ah, okay. You got quite a short desk then, Guyan, is that why as well? You like me, your arms hang off the bottom of your desk. Like I've changed mine now, I've got a 160 mil, is it 180 mil? So 1800 or 1600 mil desk now, quite a deep one. Set the buttons up. Bit of thunder, baby. That was a loud one, wasn't it? Damn, we got some thunder. A lot of noise was. It's a bit disconnected because of a power cut. We're going to leave this one, remember, to allow us to mount the PCB, and these two at the top. The rest now can all go. Probably going to leave another one here just to hold it, hold the PCB. I might leave that one on. 120 by 60. Okay, so 1200 mil. 60 centimeters. Yeah, okay. So it's not very deep then. I'll try and get a deeper desk if we can fit one, mate. It depends on your room, right? But probably going to be a bit narrow. Probably take a little bit out of the front here, you see that? Kind of where the power port is. I might leave that just to support the, actually, yeah. Probably nip the sides off it. Take out like the bridge part. I'll leave the little middle bit in place just to hold up the connector for charging. Alright, so now we're ready to drill it, I think. I always try and stay not too big, a little bit away from the sensor. Let's see if we can go to this. He's holding it here. You gotta be careful taking too many out because you're still gonna put pressure down here where the scroll wheel is when you push down. Like, probably keep that one. I'd keep that one. Yeah. Let's trim around the power button now. I'm going to start drilling the other side, I think. Now, I can never really decide how close I want to go to the sensor, but yeah, if we don't damage the light, obviously, reflect it differently. Ah, okay, change your buzz room, fair enough, mate. Might help your hand then if you can swap rooms. Does. You can get a longer desk, it'd certainly help you if it's hurting you now. Gotta look down the road, man. You don't want to damage your wrist, your arm. I did mine 20 years ago. Still pay the price now. So I always trim it out of the power pliers first, and then we'll switch to a drill. I won't go too close to that port or that pin. Post, should we say? Because we want to keep some strength in the base. One of them will file a bit closer on the edge here. But I might as well fire now because we need to take out some of this, and then around here. I'm going to take this post out. Then we can get a bit more plastic out here and around here, and then sand all this down. There we go. This is an E-file. nails. These are a bit easier to use than the Dremels. They're a bit easier to maneuver. Yeah, true. Could be maybe the grip, if you can pad it out with a bit of tape, but it doesn't look the best, but it does help change the grip. Might help your hand a little bit better. Maybe try a different mouse as well, just to see if that's hurting you. Yeah, the G Pro gets slippy, man. I've done some reviews on grip tape. There's Hotlines, there's True Grip, and Lizard Tape's just released some grip sheets as well, or tape sheets. So I can put some tape on, or just normal Lizard Tape and just cut it down. I did one the other week, streamed it, so you can certainly make it a bit grippier. I didn't like it at first, the G Pro, but mine's smoother now. You can see where I've like smoothed off and gone glossy on mine. And that's made it a bit grippier for me, but yeah, it is a bit slippy. I'm fine, Nils. How are you, man? Stormy here, but it's all good. Yeah, it'd be good if you make a lightweight G Pro. I want them to make one. The what did I say? I don't know why they didn't change the coating on the G Pro on the later versions. Should have. Don't know whoever put that coating, but it's too slippy. I'm great. You got a wireless Hattie. Ah, okay, mate. You're on the wireless Hattie. That one looked like the one from Fallout. Nice, man. That's a sweet mod, that dude. Well done, man. I like it. Which keyboard am I using? I'm using the Ducky Mini 2 at the minute. I've had it for 9 months. I need to do a review on it, which is why I won't change it. I don't particularly like the 60% keyboard layout. Keyboard, it's pretty good. Cherry MX Blues, and just flex a little bit, which is a bit annoying. So, but other than that, it's not bad. I want to use a TKL or 65%. But I'm just refusing to change it out because I am, well, I need to review it first. Yeah, razor didn't much. I mean, I bought them at 76 grams, right? It's still pretty light, but would have been nice to get a bit lighter. G-Wolves were saying they're going to do a Hattie wireless, but they haven't yet. But Nils did one. Switched it with a 305. What weight was that? 305 Hattie you did, Nils? Did 76 as well? Can't remember now. I haven't tried the SF Ducky, but I want to, mate. I think that's probably the one that I want with the dedicated arrows and delete button. That's what I'm after. I haven't tried the Hades 68, but I've heard it's good. Bad Sea Tech was reviewing that, so looks pretty good. Why'd you make such a bigger hole instead of small ones? Because I just like to take out as much as I can. The bottom you can't. It's not really about prettiness, so it's just to get as much weight out. If I drilled it with holes, you'd leave some more plastic in it. And they're pretty strong anyway, so this is just about getting as much plastic out as I can. On the top, I probably wouldn't do it because you don't want big chunks out the side of your mouse, do you? But on the base, you can get away with it. 75 grams, nice. Could make it 65 if you tried harder. Try harder, mate. I want to see it 65. Yeah, I understand. I want to make it first, make it work first. I got the Adrenalize Model O base here. I'm gonna do that next week or the week after. That's the plan. Printed it, so I just need to build it basically. Using the 305 as well. Hattie Stardust would be great. I've got one. I need to compare it to the original Hattie. I tried comparing the Hattie shell to G Pro, but it won't work directly. So change the 305. I'd look at the 305 is good, but it's a bit of a weird shape for people. Try the MM710, mate. I'll use the Stardust edition for your build. Nice. MM710, I reckon, if you get a good one, is an underrated mouse. Definitely, mate. For the price and what you get, it's a great mouse. My second favourite over my G Pro at the minute. Agreed. It's good. Everything's good on it. Cable, skates. Some people don't like the skates, but it's good. It's got a good sensor. It's nicely lightweight, and I like the way Cooler Master on the sides, they kept the back part where your finger is without holes, but they made the rest of it holes, so it was good, man. Because a lot of people don't like having holes on the fingers, or feeling holes with the fingers. Cool paint job on that Hattie G305 mod, dude, as well. Going back to the Ducky, there's a lot of fakes going up Amazon everywhere. Okay, that sucks. You got a fake one, man. There's a lot of keyboards coming out. I want to try. Is it a Dixie one? I fancy trying one of his or theirs. There's loads of keyboards I want to try. I also want to build my own custom. A few people have been asking me why I haven't built one yet. It's just purely time. Otherwise, I would have gone for it because I fancy making one. The Worm God. Okay, I'll have to have a look. on that Hattie Wireless Ninja was good, man. You seen that as well, dude? Wormery K66. I haven't heard of that one. I'm quite looking forward to trying out some linear keyboards, linear switches, but no one gaming wise seems to be taking advantage of it. Quite like the idea of being able to sprint and walk with a key, but I don't see many games using them at the minute, that ability. If you want to do DIY, get the YC66. Hey, what up? It's Miguel. How you doing, man? This was weighing 11 grams, 11 points. I think we're going to get it down to 6. That's the plan. Hopefully, we'll see. This mouse is still going to look stock, just be lighter. That's the plan, unless you flip it over, right? I call it the BB60. Nice. More than a beard. Go beyond the beard. I like that. It's a good one, Adam. Numeric pad on the left. Ooh, okay. When I started looking at custom keyboards, and then there's so many different choices, right? That it was difficult. So this is gonna have stock feet put back on it, but this one's just gonna have it's a stock with a mouse mod. No sanded base or anything on this one. I'm not going that far today. What you could do, I sanded the base on 402, I think it was, last week. Put some Zowie feet on it. I haven't got any feet for it, so just stay on stock. I've sanded down the base plate beforehand. I don't do it unless I'm changing the feet to like Zari or something like that, to be fair. I don't always sand it down because I don't want to mess around with the lift off distance, but got a bit too close to the stock there, you see. Gotta be careful. You're liking the old Tiger Arcs at the minute. I've just got some Tiger Arc 2s and I need to do a test on the G Pro. What's your preferred mouse feet? I'm not fussy, really. If I'm honest, I don't really mind. Core pads, Tigers, or Hyperglides. Very happy with any of them. Even some Hotlines. But I like the stock on the G Pro, to be fair. But I've changed them now, so I'm running Hyperglides because you can't get them. So. But each mouse is different to feet, right? Each mouse just reacts differently to its feet, so difficult to say which ones are the best. Like people say Hyperglides are the best, but depends what mouse one, and they're harder to get as well. Very hard. You're also impressed when working with the 305 and G Pro. Yeah, the build quality on them is ridiculous, isn't it? Like Logitech, all mice on Logitech are built really well. Even the 402, they're all probably one of the best built mice I think out there. Zowie have really good quality in terms of shell. Logitech just the things they do. They must cut out all these mice. They're over engineered, I would say. Crazy how good they are. I'm gonna leave that bit in. Now we're just gonna tidy up. I could take a little bit out of the bag here. It's gonna be light. Actually, has literally 6 screws. I know. Well, this has got 42 screws, mate. The 703. The G503 Lightspeed's got 49, and the Logitech G Pro's got 36, I think, or something. Crazy, isn't it? They don't need to have all the screws in though. We're probably going to put about 4 or 5 back in this, and it'll still be rock hard. So. The G305 is underrated as well, man. And it's insane. I've not found any mice that are built as well as Logitech's. Yeah, agreed. Look at this, like wiring harness. I mean, like you got all that. This is on the 403. Got all that. You can save so much weight, but I guess Logitech never planned to save the weight, right? But hopefully they're gonna look into it, because if they can save weight on their mice, then people are gonna go nuts. They build them to last, apart from the switches when they use on-run 50 million. But if they change that, they've been pretty much indestructible. Their mice. The general thing that fails is their home runs. Hope they get a good price, because they get a lot of failures. This is as we get more adventurous, Adam. You see, the more I do of them, the more I get an understanding of the base and what we can take out. And that's basically what we're seeing here. We're seeing an evolution of modding. You'll see with my G Pros that my later ones are a lot more weight taken out of them, just because I'm getting more familiar with them and taking more stuff out. So. Like this thing's proper trimmed out. This is super light, this, right? Just the light we go. The more we do, the light we get. I mean, this might not work, so we trimmed out a bit more on the base. So. I want to take this base once I've modded them now and scan them in and then 3D print them. Got a plan. That's my bigger plan in the future. If I stop doing it as a hobby anyway. You have to replace the switch on your G Pro 3 times. Yeah, me too. Done more than that, like you say. There's a lot. My own personal ones haven't failed, right? But replaced a lot that I have. 10 on video. The G305 made nice. Thanks, man. Glad you liked it. Glad it helped you do that wicked mod on your Hattie, mate. G305. Cool. I probably won't go as close to the pad as I have here and here on this one next time, but pretty thinned out base now. But weight's pretty light. I'll probably do the front, but I want to make it look stock. If you're not too fussed, you could take a bit more weight out of the front. And probably out the rear as well. I'm going to leave it so it looks like it's stock. Yeah, I've got a Dremel. This is just a nail file, mate. This one, good nail file, but you can get a Dremel. Dremel's pretty good, but the nail file's easy to maneuver. The Dremel's a little bit big, like the Dremel's like that. It's a little bit harder to maneuver. It's good for doing the top shelves, but this thing's good for just like whipping around the edges, basically. Good mod. We're being super brave. We know we're going to mount 2 screws, probably these cross ones here. We don't need any more, which means we can take off this one. You wonder why the drill, by the way, doesn't hurt your hand, it burns it a little bit. So, better than Dremel. Dremel, I ripped my finger off if you saw it in the 502. Yeah, this is live, mate. How you doing, Prenix? How you doing, man? Premiere? Nope, just standard live, mate. That's it. Nothing fancy. Right, This weighed 11 grams, right? What do you reckon? I think it's going to be about 6. Good guess, 6.8. Have you ever thought about making a G Pro Extreme Weight Edition? I've not thought about that, Nils. Maybe. Could do. I haven't gone to that far yet, but you have to get the height right between the Switch and the PCB, right? You can put it on like little extenders. But then when you're pushing down, I'd thought that the legs might bow or something, so... if I start printing the bases for the G Pro, which I'm looking to do, then I could create the base to have a post that the button can sit on, and then that would be slightly better. But I've looked at stuff like that. Like, it's a good idea, but when you start like customizing, you can get quite a bit of flex on this. But when you start customizing the height of the buttons and stuff, it can get really tricky. Modelo is next week, mate. Crynex is the base for my Adrenalize for the Modelo, and I put the 305 PCB in it, so make sure you subbed and you'll see it appear. I'm going to schedule it, and then I'll be doing it next week or the week after. I'm going to be doing a Modelo 305 mod on stream, so get ready, man. Yeah, or Neil's done it his Hattie. Oh, sure. A lot of people doing the 305 mods, are good, man. 305's been used a lot. I'd rather have a G Pro PCB, but no one's done one yet. Takes a lot of effort to build the PCB. So I won't get into more 3D scanning. I used to do a lot of CAD when I was younger, but a lot of time. So now we've done the base, now we're going to do the shell. So we got about 4 grams off that. Then I think the 305 PCB is a bit, and the sensor's not as good, man. It's easy to mod, but I think it's a bit of a weaker config, but not as much testing on it yet. We'll have to find out. But that's what it feels like to me. Right, so we can now take out. I took the wrong post out. We can take this post out. Depends, right? Yeah, the price is definitely much cheaper, mate. When I looked at like doing a Hattie G Pro, I was like, by the time I've done that, I might as well just bought a G Pro. Like, or even the 305 Hattie. It's the weight difference, maybe. But by the time you priced up, it is quite expensive, isn't it? Yeah, I have to see. I think it feels a little bit laggy, but I need to confirm it. I can't tell. I think it just feels it. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't measured it properly yet. We'll do. I'm going to do a video comparing all the wireless mice soon. Now we can chop out the whole rear section on this. I'll show you what it weighs. It weighs like 27 grams. Lost a little bit. Oops. It was 25, 26 grams. Broke my PCB. Ooh, that's gonna hurt, man. Ouch. How much does a 703 weigh? It weighs 95 grams. This one was actually, it was 97 with the playbook in. This thing. And 92 without it. Fair enough, mate. I like the idea of, like the mod. Hopefully Logitech are going to release like a smaller, lighter G Pro, but we'll see. So the idea is we're going to take out basically as much of this rear as we can, which is probably the main part you can get out of this. We have to get this post because we need it for the mount point, not the other one. That's what I did on the 403. That's fine. forced you to do it, mate. I like it. You came off well, mate, that mod. Sick, man, that paint job you did. Good man. I'm gonna do a G Pro mod for any mice, hit me up. Good model there, G Pro base as well. Alright, man, I'll let you know, man. Cheers. You're probably in, man. Right. I did indeed minion. I got them with a creative reality thing. They're the best, man. Because they're like at an angle, they're a flat base, so you can push them against the base pretty well. And you chop out the plastic as low as you can go. So they're good, man. Need to get some more, but these are good. Hey, how you doing? Creek FM, FFM, how you doing, man? Saw your messages, man, but I've not responded yet. But I will. How's things? Butchering a 703 at the minute. Yeah, that's right, the old end of 3, mate. Damn.
Whoa, Jesus, wet.
I'm gonna get the misses with some plastic.
You fucking eye out.
Probably love watch your eyes. Good, man. Tuesday, man. It's very tiring at the minute. You need to keep this back plate for the PCB to go for the wiring harness. Do you remember? We can trim a little bit off it. Trim it just in front of that, like, little button here, like the little stump it clips into. MOT, mod cutting stuff. Probably are, these are probably quite generic. You probably buy them, but they're good pliers, man, for just chopping away at these mines. I say I chop it away before I drill it, but we're gonna have to drill the rest of it now. But good for just getting it going. Yeah, Cranix, I'd like to do the top videos of 2020. If you go to my website, beardedbob.com, there's a top 10 mice at the minute that I've done. Hey Alec, how you doing, man? I've got the top 10 videos on that website, mine are from the statistics I've got to capturing and reviewing them. So, but there's some mice I haven't done yet. Might change, but it's always dynamic. It'll be changing all the time. See where they raise the Viper ranks. This is going to be a stealth mod, right? So you're going to put it, it's all going back together looking stock. Or you could remove the rear if you wanted. I'm going to trim this out here on the side, but you don't do too much because you might flex the side a bit, but we can definitely get some more off it. CR10, nice. My wireless XM1. Oh yeah, baby. You done a 305 mod on it as well, mate? Is that what you gone for minion? Bought some pickies, man. You send me some pics on Twitter, man, if you do. I'll be on Reddit. I'll have a look. Always lurking. See if we can get some size of it. So this looks like it's being butchered, which it generally is, doesn't it? But all this will be hidden. And it's not needed. Well, in my opinion anyway. Right, let's just see where the buttons fit now. I've realised I just chopped off the back clip. Yeah, careful the back clip here, but 2 screws is enough generally, so don't worry too much. As long as you pin it in there. They normally have a little hook on the back, as you can see on that one, but I'll probably take them off actually. I'll take this one off as well. No, most of them don't have this part. You could probably trim it off the back of the button. Actually, I might just trim the back of the button off that. Just wait to see where these line up. I can take some plastic out. Using the 305 internals, fair enough, mate. Nice. Pretty sexy idea, man. You'll see me on, definitely see me on there. Reddit mouse reviews minion. I like seeing what people are doing, man. Good. So you can't take out too much in here because you need this front mount here for the for the little bit of the button. You don't want to lose that. That's got to stay there, so we've just got to keep an eye on that for now. Even on that side, I probably wouldn't take anything out of that one, but this one we can get a bit out of. And that's probably going to finish it. I think not much more we can get out of this. Take this out. Gonna make sure when you are trimming them that you make sure there's no extra plastic on the top because it'll stop the button from pushing down. You don't want that. That's it, I think. I'd say that's probably all you can get out the top here. You took quite a lot off the back. That's where the weight is. You can take the rubber grips off, but I'm not going to. They're too hard and messy, and they're probably weighing 5 to 7 grams, something like that. You got to leave that piece for the PCB mount, but that's it. So let's tidy up and put it back together. See what we get. You're a lefty, aren't you, mate? You're limited for choice there, mate. A lot of people ask me to create left-handed mice, but you could reprint the PCBs, or not PCB, reprint the base, and maybe readjust the PCB to allow it, but it ain't easy to do, man. Just stick to your ambies at the minute, mate. plastic. So this thing makes a mess. Didn't do it. Let's reweigh the shell one sec. Got to show you. It was absolutely everywhere. What was it, 25 grams? Huh. 3 grams off it. So we're definitely going to be well into the we're going to be well into the high 70s there at least. Hey, Doc Father, hey Batman, welcome back, sir. How are you? 98 grams without a cable. It's 95, mate. It's good. What was 97 on it actually? We're going to make it lighter. It's definitely lighter now. It's definitely below 80 grams. If it doesn't, obviously, surprise. It should be below 80 grams. And it should still look stock. That's the point, mate. It's supposed to look stock. Need a better way to tidy up after. Maybe we should do it on like a sheet or something. A nightmare. Bits of plastic. Right, put this in the bin, back in a sec. All my cats are in here scattered across the floor. Wish always your dad. Oh mate, you'd have the right. You have the best PC setup ever. One of my nieces, she's 10 now, 9, 10. I've been hooking her up. Set her up last time she stayed over. She had a massive full PC rig when she went home. She's not getting to mice yet, but she's playing Minecraft the other day on my 2080 Razer Blade. Like, oh, this is very fast. Better than a Switch. I'm like, hell yeah. Loving it. Going to stay soon, so hook her up. But yeah, if I had kids, man, they'd be pretty well off if they like gaming. Might not like gaming, right? Okay. The old TCP stack, nice. Right, put this puppy back together then. So. Taking another picky, but here's what we're going to take out of it. Obviously, we need the ribbon cable. Just lay it out. Spiders web that thing. I'll take a picture, put it on Reddit. You'll see these pictures on Reddit from now, you see. Right, make it right. Right hand side's what we're going to keep. Left hand side's what we don't keep. And people can copy it. Make it their own. We'll put it back together, guess the weight. It is. Obviously, you don't get to see all the plastic that's taken out. Logitech hate me for ripping their mice apart. It doesn't look like we've done much, right? If you looked on the left hand side, what we've taken out of it, you think, okay, it's not done much. Bit of tape as well. Always got the bit of tape. That's it. So here's what we took out of it, or modded, and here's what we're going to leave in. We have a few screws we don't put in, but get the idea. Take a picky one. To show people maybe what they can do. Some people don't like tuning the mice, doing whatever mice. Doesn't get taken apart. You can see it live. We can. Yeah, I just like some mice I take apart extremely, some of them I don't. I just show people what they can do, so it saves you a lot having to destroy something if you don't want to get the benefit, right? Some people will probably do the 703 because they want this little bit of weight reduction out of it. It's gonna be about 15 grams, I reckon, but some people won't, right? So let's put this puppy back together. Bob tries to remember how to put it back together. You'll see some people like coming back, watching this video, and I put it on YouTube and be like, "Oh, I've put my mouse back together, but I've got more bits than yours." And there's Ray. Now I'll break it into two. I'll break them into two. I've got the magnets. Damn it. Never mind. Need bother. Right. So. Let's put it back together now. So what's your estimates for weight? I'm thinking 76 grams. I'm going to go with the back plate on, and 70 grams with the back plate off. That's it, mate. I'm trying to help gamers improve their esports and get the best out of their minds. It's like trainers, right? You want to optimize your gear for when you're playing esports. This stuff's not for the average gamer, right? This is for people that want to take their step to the next level. So like a car, you can buy a car from a showroom and you're happy with it. You drive around all day, happy days. But when you want it to be a little bit quicker or tune it up, you want to customize it, you make it look good. That's what it's about, right? You're getting 73 grams no back and 79 with a back. Right, Ninja? Okay. Far off, I don't think. I was surprised when I modded like things how much 10 grams makes in weight. Like, I don't want to go below 55 grams. 55, 60 grams is where I'm happy with. Up to 70. Any below 55 tends to get a little bit light for me. 52, that Viper did. It just felt a little bit twitchy. It felt amazing, but I had trouble, like, because the mouse is starting to feel movement in my hand, like from twitching. Like shake your hands or anything, it's starting to pick up that movement. There's no weight to stop it. I always put 2 screws in the switch. Hey, Redwood Original. Any replacement battery? Not stock, mate. You have to, you can try and buy one, but you can't really buy them. You could mod one like I've done in this one for the G Pro, but there's no stock replacement that I'm aware of. Logitech don't sell them, and some of them are for sale on my website. I think the battery's on there, I can't remember now. But if not, just send me a message and put it out. Need a 58 gram Cooler Master mouse. Okay, a large one. I've got a Master Mouse S, so I've not tried it yet. I mean, I got the 502 down to 60 grams, but there wasn't much left of it, right? I think it pretty much resembled the shape of the mouse, that was it. Left or right mouse button, there's no side buttons. It's half its weight. Like a lot of the pre-modded white light mouse, like the Hattie and stuff like that, are already pretty good. Like what they've taken out of them, they took out most of the weight. There wasn't much left. What I like about Logitech is that you still get that. It's got a level of quality. Level of like quality feel, like you do with Zowie as well when you model. I would have changed the switches on this because I don't like them, but we're not doing that today. We did that on the. What was the one we did the other day with 7 buttons? Was it the 402? Had 7 switches. I had to solder on 7 buttons, man. Yeah, I think. I don't know. That M1K's only got 2 buttons, but I prefer at least 4 buttons. Right. I used to play with the mouse, but like the 2 buttons when I was younger. But I used to play ones with balls and stuff. The scroll wheel didn't exist when I used to play. Those games get more complicated, and the keybinds get more complicated. You need more buttons. It's alright, Creek. Don't worry, man. Yeah, 3360 is still my favourite sensor, mate, as well. Breed. Good sensor. We gotta make some compromises, right? This is why we have to leave this backboard on so we can pin this PCB on. You could probably glue it if you wanted somewhere, but Razor Viper. Oh, the Mini. You're talking about the Mini with the 3359? What are we on about? Yeah, you definitely need side buttons for Fortnite, mate. You need more than that. There's a lot of buttons you need for Fortnite. Just about to review the Mini with the 3359. Get out this week, hopefully. I don't like the cable they're using these at all. It's similar, mate. I've not measured them, but they're similar. This is the same as a 403, so if you know what that is, then this is the same shape. But I've not measured the 703. I can't remember if I measured the 403. Got that piece. Next project you need is a cooler master because 3360 sensor, 4 buttons and a cable. Thought you have to a cooler master, mate. Switching away from the G Pro. Brave move. I haven't tried a cooler master master mouse yet. I've got one. I ain't tried one yet. Model D is a good mouse. I'm looking forward to the Model D minus that I've ordered. I'm also looking forward to the smaller Hattie. Apparently, it's not a Hattie, but it's or G Pro. It's called the Mirror S. I've ordered that. That looks pretty good. I don't know it's coming. And I say before, I've still got the Ponage wireless to do as well that I've not done yet. Put that in the cupboard. We should do it soon. The Mini Viper's the next Mini Viper's the next mouse to come out. Review wise, though. Oh man. Right. Put that together. You see the yellow G Pro for sale in China? No, didn't see that, mate. Get it as a replacement for a broken one. Ooh, you reckon they're going to release a yellow one, you think? Bumblebee edition. Alright, noise creaks in a sec. Yeah, the Mirror S, that's it. Mirror S. Looking forward to that. And it's getting good reviews. I've got one on order. Right, buttons. We said we're going to trim off the little side bits. I'm going to do that now. Actually. Forgot. Let's trim off the back parts here to the button. Make sure you don't trim off the screw hole though, because you want to keep that. We don't need these extra bits. Oops. Doesn't make much difference. It's still going to be the same. Any other mouse that Logitech doesn't generally have them. Your height for the Mirror L, okay. You mean the Hattie. I think you're going to do a larger version. Is it going to be larger than the Hattie then? Is that what they're saying, Dr. Father? Okay. I haven't seen much about them yet. I saw it on Reddit, and then I was kind of like glazed over and wasn't really paying attention, and then I went back because someone mentioned it last stream. But I've not seen much of what they're trying to release at the minute. 24 by 12 hand. Damn, man, you've got big hands, dude. You must struggle to find mice, then, do you? Mine's 18 by 9. I think it is. Bit enough, shouldn't it? Okay, the mirror M's supposed to be the same. Okay, they should be bigger then. That'd be nice then. It's still lightweight as well. Because you're not going to do exactly the same shape, just make it a bit bigger. The scroll wheel looks quite chunky on it, even on the small version on the Myra. So I put 2 screws in there. You could probably get away with 1, but I'd have 2. That's that pop back. I'll put the base back. So many mice coming out at the minute. I can't keep up with them. I've got loads of other stuff I do. I've still got compare my Zowie 2546 against my KD 25F. That's what I want to do. I'm not a chance yet. There'll be 2 mounting points in the front. Ultra light Hong Kong yet. Okay, 2 new army shapes coming out. Bit of an S1. No one seems to be lighting up the S1 yet. I'm surprised. Both Zarya and Logitech are a bit slow at the minute. Be a paint to fit back in. Still trying to get the 3D printed nylon S2 shell, but can't get it. COVID's killed it off at the minute. Yeah, no one seems to be cloning him at the minute. I don't know why. Maybe they're copyrighting him. But... super trimmed out that. These are always awkward to put back. You not tried an S1 or S2 yet, Ninja? Oh, mate, they're nice. The S2 I like. I've got a Divino, it's good, man. Nice mouse. I would do some good shapes, man. Yeah. You sum it up there, Doc. You're one of the worst scroll wheels ever created. I don't think we're all becoming more fussy now that we're getting such a selection of mice. Like years ago, no one would have cared about the scroll wheel, but now it's like, oh my god, this one feels so much stiffer. Or the press is awful. But I don't remember really like being bothered when I was that young. But I think now we've got so many options, and maybe we're expecting a lot more now. I think super light now. I like the 903. I had one. Home from a G Pro. Good man. I liked it with the power play. one of the first ones where people have thought the wireless latency would be a problem, but it was good, man, because Razer had released a few like the Mamba, which is just horrendous. Earlier Mambas were awful, and the laser was no good on the sensor either. So. But the 903 was good, man. Cheers, mask off for the follow, man. Appreciate it, man. Got changed a few switches in the Zawi mice recently. Been liking them for Japanese ones. Pretty good. Get some tape on sec. Power corded 403 on the market for 35. Not bad, mate. Nice catch. I had a Dell PC game in mind. Exactly, mate. I like the Dell ones, mate. Back in the day, they were cool. I used to like the HP keyboards. 403, 703 is a nice shape. Definitely popular, mate. People love it. Now we're going to tape this back in. Beat it. Use the 703 for nostalgia reasons. Shut up. Hey. Come on, man. So, where do we stick this? Well, it has to go center, right? Is it going to stick? There we go. The problem might be it could be a little bit front end heavy. A little bit. You got all the scroll wheel and battery at the front. That'd be the only thing. It doesn't really bother me, but some people might not like it. Took a lot of weight out of the rear. You look good, man. When you put the rear plate on it. Huh. Looks like stock. Obviously not underneath. Oh, okay. Paying homage. Fair enough. We're keeping the authentic feel, aren't we? What we're doing. Let's look at how many screws we've got left. That's it, this is the last one. Four side buttons. Yeah. I modded some MMO mice the other week for someone. To give it the, like they wanted all the side buttons but still be light, and I called them massive pad. That was interesting to mod. Realised I've got to be able to bolt the plate back on. We'll leave it off in a minute, but if you want to screw this in, we're going to screw it in here. I'll do it in a bit, but for now we'll just weigh it till it weighs down. So I'll put the feet on. So what do you reckon the weight's going to be? I'm thinking it's I think it's going to be 80 with the shell on, and maybe I don't know, maybe a little bit lighter without, maybe 75 without it. It's my. I like this one, but it's a bit. I always find it, the buttons are the right size for me on this 403, but I just never got on with it. Right, let's wait. I think I'm gonna go 80 with the rear on it, and a bit 75 without, 74 without. Holy moly, it's lighter than I thought. All right, 74 grams. I was totally off. 67 if you don't want to run the back. Nice. So without the back, it's like a Model D, I guess. Put 20 grams off that. It was 97 with the button in, and about 92 without. Not bad one. Took more of it than I thought. Not bad because it's all still there. Let's go. Quite a bit of weight on it. I mean, you could play with it. I could play with it without the rear because my palm only just touches the back. I'm not going to sell this one, mate. This is someone else's, but I can make one if you want one. Right, we'll be selling some. There's a 502 Lightspeed. I need to put up for sale if you want it. Anything that's going to be ready to sell, I can put on my website, which is shop under ready to sell. But I've got loads that I need to put up there. So now, screw this in. But I should probably make some more to people just to pick up and buy. There's one screw hole in there. See it? That one screw will hold the rear shell on. Drop straight through now. I was confident also telling it to hold it on as well. There you go, rear shell. Et voila. That's it complete. Put the feet back on. Happy days. That's quite nice, that base. I need to print that. Need a 3D printer. Well, I've got one. I need to scan it and then print it. Be tidied up then. Which holes are left to be screwable? But that's quite a bit lighter than I expected it to go. Gotta be honest. It's almost like get the G Pro lighter, but that's not a bad weight saving. Probably put some better glides on it, but rather than the old stocks. So you couldn't put Zowie on this one because you haven't enough space for him. I remember what we got the 403 down to. That's 74. It's probably similar actually. I think we should have guessed the weight. Change the feet on that one. Someone bought that one. I modded that one just on my Todd. Someone wanted it. There we go. 703 Wade. It's nice, man. Turn it on here. Still glows, baby. Spring, I didn't see that. No idea where that's from. See that? That's it. got pure screws left. So thanks for watching my stream, people. I'm going to end it here. And we've got the Rocat KPU tomorrow night. We shall be on that as well. There's the latest reviews and my latest mods. Respect, man. GG, father. The father. GG, well played. Easy, should have put ninja. Yeah, I will do Creek. Once you Discord, man. Let me have a check. Until tomorrow, people. There's Discord as well if you're on it. I'll see you all tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock. And then see what happens with the KP. I'm looking forward to the Rocat. It's going to be interesting, so catch you then. See you in a bit.